back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Tirth Thakur. I talk about business analysis and product management. In our last video, we talked about who is business analyst, what are the key responsibilities of becoming a business analyst, and what are the steps to follow to become a business analyst. In our today's video, we'll talk about the two important documents, that is FRD and BRD, which BA has to overcome and work with. What is the difference between the FRD and BRD? What are they? What are the things which are included in a BRD and FRD? All right, let's dive right in. Let's get deep dive into what is BRD, what and FRD, and understand what is the key difference between a BRD and FRD. So BRD is a formal document that outlines the business needs, goals, and expectations for a new product, feature, or enhancement. It serves as a foundation for project planning by aligning all stakeholders on what is expected and ensuring that scope is properly defined. So it outlines the project purpose, goals, and expected outcomes as a foundational guide. It acts as a project roadmap. It also ensures that all teams are aligned with the original goals throughout the project lifecycle. It acts as a guiding reference. What is project lifecycle? Basically, a software development lifecycle. Once the BRD is prepared, the FRD is also prepared throughout the scope which is defined in the BRD. Then once the FRD is prepared, the development does the coding and bring that technology, bring that particular feature in the product. Post that it goes to testing, and the scope of the testing is also defined that this is what required and this has to be tested. A BRD is essential for heavy or enterprise grade projects, acting as a communication bridge between stakeholders and teams to ensure a shared understanding of the project objectives. It acts as a bridge between the stakeholders and teams to ensure shared understanding. So, this is what exactly a BRD is. It's a high level business requirement document. Now let's understand what is FRD. FRD is a functional requirement document that a business analyst works closely with. It acts as a system blueprint defining how the system should function to meet the business need. For example, consider an online hotel booking platform. During a high level meeting captured in the BRD, the client might simply state that they want users to able to book a hotel. Now, in the FRD, that is the functional requirement document, a BA has to write the entire user story detailing that the user will log into the app with their credential, go to the booking section of the hotels, browse hotels using the search panel, and click on the book button. So the FRD serves as a development guide, providing a detailed requirements for developers, testers, and designers to build the solution. It outlines the user interactions, system behaviors, and functional expectations clearly by defining how the user journey will take place from onboarding to the end goal. So, this is all about FRD. These are the main points which FRD contains. Now, let's understand what is the key difference between FRD and a BRD, business requirement document versus functional requirement document. So the main aspect of the business requirement document and the purpose of business requirement document is to outline what the business needs, focusing on business goals and explaining why the project is necessary. On the other hand, FRD is a functional requirement document describes how the system or the application will fulfill those business needs. The primary audience for BRD is business stakeholders, clients, project sponsor who is sponsoring the project. In contrast, the project primary audience for FRD consists of developers, QA engineers, UI UX designers. The language used during a BRD discussion is very non-technical and very high level. That this is what I want, this is what I require. But in FRD, we need to have more mix of technical and user-centric language. How user will come, how are the things a user will perform on my project. The content used in BRD is very business objectives, problems being solved, how the problems are getting solved in the real world scenarios, high level scope, KPIs. And in FRD, it's a detailed functionality, how the functionality will work in my product, user stories and the flows. That user will logging into this platform, will go to this page, will go to this page. Wireframes or mockups. Wireframes, mockups will understand in our later videos. Format the vision and a scope document, that this is my vision of this project, and this vision is like this is what required, this is what required, and how the product will go ahead. In FRD, it's a detailed requirement spec with section like flows, logic, what are the field validation, that if there is email, then email should be validated, that the field entered is always a mail ID. The time of use of a BRD is used at the initiation phase of the project, initial phase of the project. After the BRD is approved from the clients, business stakeholders, and a project sponsor, the design during design and development phase, the FRD comes into the picture. The owner of the BRD can be a business analyst or a product owner, or during a product based company, if any implementation engineer or a pre-sales or a support engineer deals with the client, they prepare a BRD on the behalf of the clients. Whereas FRD is always, the owner is always the business analyst plus the technical team and the product owner collaboratively. Let us understand the example. Now, use in BRD, the high level requirement is discussed, that such that users need to book travel experiences online to increase revenue by 20%. They just have to increase the revenue by 20%. But in FRD, developer has to understand what exactly they need in the product, how the user journey will behave. So we need to add a book button that allows user to book experiences via calendar and strip payment gateway. And post that, it should go to the payment gateway for payment booking. So then this way the FRD document is prepared. The traceability used to track business goals and ROI in BRD document. Whereas in FRD, used for mapping, test cases, and functional traceability. Tools and formats used for BRD may be Word doc, Google Doc, PowerPoint, just a BRD document, a writing of BRD document. But the tools used in FRD is high level tools like Jira, Confluence, Figma for UI wireframes, Excel for any field mapping. There is any fields mapping, that this username should be always in this format. Or also you can use different Azure tools or Notion for making FRD. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we will understand the steps to follow while writing an FRD document and solve an example together. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.